He was the popular newspaper vendor who was almost always stationed at the foot of the Balkan Bridge in front of Farmers Market. But on Wednesday night, around 8:30, Karl Lamb was executed a few blocks from his house off Lacroix Boulevard in Lake Independence. The 30-year-old was shot once to the head and twice to the chest and died instantly as he spoke to a person at an intersection that was a crime scene for another murder years ago.
While police were busy at a different counting station in Belize City, police responded to a shooting incident located at the corner of Park Street and Lacroix Boulevard, where upon arrival they observed Mr. Karl Lamb, 38 years old, suffering from gunshot wounds to his body. He was taken to the Karl Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival.
Surveillance cameras captured an unsuspected Lamb talking to a person who stood behind the fence. His bicycle was on the ground in front of him. A gunman, gripping with both hands what appears to be a 9mm gun, walks up to him from behind and about 3 feet away, fires 3 shots at Lamb. Lamb falls to the ground dead, while the person he was talking to takes cover behind the fence. The murder has left many relatives and friends stunned because Lamb is not known as a troublemaker. Police say that while it is clear that he was the intended target since the gunman came directly at him, they suspect that the crime was as a result of feuding gangs in the area.
We suspect that it is because of an ongoing feud that is stemming up in the Martins area between the two different groups in that location.
Now, sir, from all indications, this particular victim is known to be a very hard worker, somebody who keeps to himself, has a very good reputation. How is it that investigators feel that he might be caught up in such activities?
Well, earlier in the day, there was an attempt shooting on 2 persons almost in that vicinity. And we believe that it was that which triggered the shooting death of Mr. Lamb later in the night.
Sir, and based on your investigation, could you say whether he was a specific target, being that there were more than one individual who was in that specific area?
He was the only person at the moment where the shooting happened. As I mentioned, he was speaking to somebody else who was behind a fence.
Assistant Superintendent Alejandro Coa says that investigators are following several leads, but no one has been detained for this latest homicide. Duane, Moody for News 5.